Video response to Vince Venturella's topic of the week about AOS 2.0 or AOS 2. Uh, I just made another video a couple days ago that I'm actually uploading right now where I kind of touch on it, but so I sort of had a dry run at this, so I kind of know what I want to say this time. Hopefully this won't be a long drawn out video like the one I'm uploading right now. But pretty excited about AOS 2. I'm going to call it 2. I don't think it's a 0.0. Pretty excited about AOS 2. For me, in my other video, I talked about how I feel like this sort of is the final divorce from the original Warhammer stuff that was sort of brought over, kind of for sympathy reasons, I think. And now they're sort of like, we have a firm grasp of what we want. Sorry, that's my cat. We have a firm grasp of what we want AOS to be and look like now, and now they're going with it, which also kind of sort of explains the Legends thing a little more, that, you know, they're going to just sort of do the final hurrah for that and say, here you go, you guys have this, and we are now divorced and moving forward. So, which is a good thing. I mean, you know, I love the old fantasy, the old world and all that, and I will definitely gravitate. Probably most of my games will be in the old world, but it's nice to now have something new to play with. And you know, not that the old stuff's bad by any stretch of the imagination, but the new stuff that's coming out, I was having a hard time kind of buying into a lot of the direction they were heading, especially with the past few battle tomes, the Daughters of Cain. I mean, that was cool. The Fishmen is definitely a hard buy-in for me, or was. And what else do we have? I'm looking at my books right now. Oh, the Carriage on Overlords and the Fire Slayers. I mean, they were kind of, I talked about this in my other video also, that they were kind of, you know, the Slayers were changed a little bit. They're hammering gold into their skin. Not a big deal. But, and the dwarves, we always wanted flying ship dwarves, but just not all teched out like they are now, which is not a big deal either. But, I think the release of the Deepkin is a very bold move, and it also tells everyone that this is kind of where we're going. Not that we're going all fishmen all the time, 24/7, but that we're now no longer playing in the old world, and it is, like I said earlier, a complete divorce of that. So I think another thing that's really interesting to me, and I'm all on board, is the boxed set that's rumored to be coming out, or maybe it's not rumored, maybe it's confirmed now. I don't really keep up with anything, so that it's going to have the SIGMAR guys, the Stormcast, and the new Night Haunts. And I find it interesting because from all the new armies that are coming out, Night Haunts are the first one that could truly still be a Warhammer Fantasy army. And that's interesting to me because it almost is like showing people, hey, we're still going to have factions that sort of have the aesthetic that you're used to, but we're also going to have these crazy, bizarre flying sharks. And that's okay. And that box set is going to have the new sort of vision of where they want to go with the game, and in my opinion, the old, you know, what it was, a sort of a tribute, I guess, to some of that stuff, because it's all old. I mean, if you look at it, there's nothing in there, at least to me, that strikes me as bizarre, or, you know, you could totally port that army into Warhammer Fantasy and no one's going to be like, oh, that's wrong, that looks not right, you know. Whereas all the new stuff, you can't. I mean, even the Daughters of Cain, it's I guess you could, because they're kind of harpy-like, and then, you know, we did have the Medusa, so I'll give you that, but even then, to me, it's a stretch, right? It's a closer to Warhammer Fantasy than Idoneth Deepkin, and sorry, my cat's like Gray Baby's laying up against the back of the computer now. But it's just interesting to me. So I'm excited. I am excited for a few reasons. I'm excited because once I get my legends, it's going to be game on with that, and I will feel like I have a complete set, so to speak, and I can just continue to roll with my legends and my beastmen and my buddy's lizardmen and my undead, you know, and do that. And now I feel like I can start playing Age of Sigmar with an Age of Sigmar army, because right now I've been playing Age of Sigmar with a Beastman army, and if you've played against Beastmen, or if you've even just read their rules, we get fucking hammered all the time. Which isn't, you know, I don't care, but it's when you're going against things like, you know, the Tzeentch, and I mean, it's just, you gotta have some tough skin to just take a beating constantly. And you know, we or not me and my other friend, but I mean, I play against a guy who has a Tzeentch army, and I play against another guy who has the corn stuff, and it's brutal. And for Beastmen, now it's like we've got the Nighthaunt coming out. I'm totally on board with that, because that's sort of my transitional army, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, is that the Nighthaunts are going to be, they're still my fantasy. I'll still feel like I'm fielding some old world stuff, so to speak, but I will have a brand new battle tome with updated awesome rules, and, you know, all those things that everyone talks about that Beastmen don't have. So I can actually, you know, be up to speed with other armies. And you know, when I go down to the game store, if I ever do get a chance to make it down there, I'll be playing with something that's actually, you know, competitive, as opposed to just something that's fun to play. But if I go against a newer army, I'm just gonna get my ass handed to me. So I guess that's my feeling about Age of Sigmar 2, is that it's going to be a great new beginning, and I'm not worried about the rules. And I mean, like I said, I don't follow or do anything on anywhere else except eBay, and I watch YouTube stuff. But I guess people are making a stink about a bunch of things, and I don't get it, because it's like, not 3-4 years ago, 5, 6, 7, 3 years ago, we went from 8th edition to AOS, and the people that were really upset left, and had, you know, chose to leave. So we're all new at this anyway, and it's funny that people are already, from what I'm told, getting upset about stuff, and we're just not even 4 years into the game. And it's like, dude, that's where this game came from, is a massive change. So it's just interesting that people are freaking out, if they are indeed. But anyhow, whatever. It's, the game is what you make it. That's the bottom line. And I'm looking forward to it. And the Nighthaunts, I'm definitely on board. Still can't get the Stormcast thing. It's just too, I don't know, not my thing. But you know, I'll start with that, and we'll go from there. So that's my video response to Vince Venturella's Topic of the Week.